checklist is very important in rooms division because it helps us make sure that a facility is safe, clean, and well organized. In the hospitality industry, safety and comfort are top priorities. By using a checklist, we can easily identify risk, prevent accidents, and improve the overall quality of service. Good day everyone, I am reading Otamalling from BSHM3A, and for our rooms division pre-final exam, I conducted a facility hazard and risk assessment in an open study lounge. Today, I will present my inspection findings. By the way, this is the checklist that I used during my inspection. It includes different categories such as physical environment, health and safety, emergency preparedness, accessibility, and security. First, for the physical environment, the floors are not completely free from hazard because I observed some clutter and possible tripping risk in the area. Also, the chairs and tables is built in which are safe and properly arranged and is good for users. However, the lighting is not sufficient since there's no light bulb in the area. It's difficult to see during the night, especially for studying, which may cause eye strain. The ventilation is obviously functioning properly since it is an open space, allowing good airflow. The electrical outlets and wirings were not visible in the area, which answers why there's no light bulb there. The AV or ICT equipment is not applicable or not present in the area. That's it for the physical environment. Let's move on to health and safety. Fire extinguishers, alarms, and smoke detectors were not observed, which is a serious concern. Emergency exits are clear and accessible since, again, it is an open space, which is a positive observation. However, the first aid kit is not present or incomplete, which is unsafe in case of emergencies. Hand washing stations or sanitizers are not available in the area, which is a hygiene issue. The area is free from hazardous substances, which is good, and waste bins are available and regularly emptied, helping maintain cleanliness. That's it for health and safety. Let's move on to emergency preparedness. Emergency contact numbers are not displayed, making it difficult to respond quickly in emergencies. Students are not properly briefed on evacuation procedures, which increases risk during disasters. Earthquake, fire, and lockdown procedures are not posted, so users are not guided on what to do. Regular emergency drills are not conducted, which shows lack of preparedness. That's it for emergency preparedness. Let's move on to accessibility and inclusivity. The study lounge is accessible to students with disabilities, which is good. Pathways and entrances are wheelchair-friendly, allowing better mobility. Special seating is available if needed since the built-in benches are just accessible anytime, which supports inclusivity. However, materials are not provided in inclusive formats like large print or digital, limiting accessibility for some users. That's it for accessibility and inclusivity. Let's move on to security. Only authorized persons entering the area is not strictly enforced, since it is an open study lounge, which is a concern when we misplace valuable things. Bags and belongings are not securely managed, increasing risk of loss. There are no windows and door because it is an open area. CCTV or security personnel are not present, reducing safety monitoring. ID systems are not enforced for students and visitors within the specific area. However, security guards in the front and back gate is doing the favor. That's it for the security. Now, let's move on to findings and recommendations. Based on my assessment, the most common risks found are lack of emergency preparedness, poor security measures, and insufficient health and safety facilities. The most serious risks include the absence of fire safety equipment, no first aid kit, and lack of emergency procedures, which can be dangerous during emergencies. To improve the facility, I recommend the following: installing fire extinguishers and smoke detectors, providing a complete first aid kit, posting emergency procedures and contact numbers, provide a lighting for better visibility, adding sanitizers for hygiene, strengthening security measures like installing CCTV, clearing the floor, and putting away those can cause trippings. In conclusion, using a checklist helps us clearly see the condition of a facility and identify areas that need improvement. As future hospitality professionals, it is our responsibility to ensure that every space is safe, organized, and guest-friendly. Thank you, and mabuhay!